right, so I did the first part of the video, and now I'm going to do the second part for those of you working on this. Again, we're doing long division. We're only doing 6 problems. This part, just explaining this and doing this with a group, did take about 15 minutes. So you're looking at about 5 minutes per problem. All right, and that means if you're good with your math facts, this is why math facts, the longer it takes to do your math facts and to do that math quickly, the longer the other math will take. All right, here we go. 157. 157 goes into, so again, I kind of section these out so I make sure that my numbers are lined up. This is the number 43,624. And this is the number 157. So 157, I've modeled several different ways. There are other ways to go into this by adding or going from the side over. I don't know how much practice you guys have with that, so I haven't done that, and I'm not going to do that differently on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and model by using the repeated addition or the multiplication groups for the traditional algorithm for this division. And then when we're in class, we'll talk about other ways to use long division. So 157, again, for this one, I'm going to use repeat addition. So 157 plus 157, that's my first group. My second group's answer will be here. 7 plus 7 is 14. Carry my group of 10. 5 and 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11, which is 50 and 50 is 100 plus that is 110. So I carry my group of 100, 200, 300. If I add another group of 150, that would make 450s. So I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. So 157 cannot go into 4. It can't go into 43, but it can go into 463 2 times. And I would subtract 314. 6 take away 4 is 2. 30 take away 10 is 20. And 400 take away 300 is 100. And I know that this works then because if it was 162, we could have got another group of 157 out, but we can't. So we need to bring down the 2. So now we're going to have 1,222. How many times can 150? So if I were rounding this, I'd say 160. And then I need to get to 1,000. This is almost 200, right? Close, halfway to 200. So if I was going to 200 and I need to get to 12, I could use 6, and this isn't quite 200. So I'm going to say let's try 7 groups. Or I could repeat add. So actually, since I was doing that, let's just go ahead and do it. 157, so this is my third group. 4 and 7 is 11, carry my group of 10. 50, 60, 70, 300, 100 is 400. So we're ways away from there. So that was 3 groups. Now we're going to add the 4th group. And make sure you align things up and you use the right number. 7 and 1 is 8. 70 and 50 is 120. Carry my group of 100, 400, 500, 600. Getting closer. Almost need to double this. I wonder if I added, so 4 groups is 628. If I did 8 groups, it would be double that. So 8 groups would be double that. 8 plus 8 is 16. 20 and 20 is 40, and the 10 is 50. Oh, we went over. 600 and 600 is 1,256. So it would be over. So this would be 8 groups. So we need to subtract 1 group exactly of 157. Oops. You gotta remember to do it right, otherwise it won't work. Because see, if this is 8 groups, because we're subtracting now, we have 7 groups. So 6 take away 7, you can't. So we'll do 16 take away 7 is 9. 14 take away 5 is 9. And 1 take away 1 is 1. 1 there. So this is 7 groups would be 1,199. 1,199. And I'm just going to check my work because I want to make sure. Oh, 1 take away 1 is 0. Oops, see. That would mess everything up because you get one little spot part. So this is 8 groups right here. And this is 7 groups down here. So, well, that would be another 4 groups for a total of 8 groups. So now we're going to subtract 1,099. Okay, so we're going to borrow all the way across. Actually, I guess we'll borrow right from here. The 1,000 can stay, but we're going to take this 100, and we're going to have to give this one 1 from that, and this one will have to be 12, 11, and 1. So 12 take away 9 is 3, and then, what number is that? Oh, that's a 2. 11 take away 9 is 2. And then 1 take away 0 is 1. So we'd have 123, which would have been really, I was like, good to say, we were pretty close when we were looking at that. So now we have 123 left. We have to bring down our 4. Oh, and I can't forget, what number did we use? We used 7. 7 times, and we're going to check. 157 times 7 equals, yep, we're right. Okay, and now we're going to bring down our 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of funny. And now we need to get close. Now we do know, like 8 groups is 1,256, and 7 groups is 1,000. So we're going to have 7 groups again. So we're going to subtract 1,099 again. Okay, and we'll have to borrow again. 14 take away 9 is 5. 12 take away 9 is 3. 100 take away nothing is 100, and 1,000 take away 1,000 is 0. So we have 135 as our remainder. Remainder 135. And I'm sorry I kind of bounced all over, like thought, oh, I'll check my work. But that's kind of how it is. And I mean, just looking at my time, this one took me 8 minutes. So let's see if I just stick with one pattern. Let's do repeated addition. If I just stick with repeated addition, if that will help me go quicker. Okay, here we go. Not that quickness is important here. Okay, so I'm going to separate this out so I can kind of keep track. Can 62 go into 1? No. Can it go into 62 go into 17? Nope. But can 62 go into 170? So I'm going to count by 62. 62 plus 62 is our second group. 120. So 6 plus 6 is 12. Now I'm going to add another 62. This is our third group. So 2 groups is 124. 3 groups is going to be 6, 8, 186. That's our fourth group. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 80 plus 60 is 140. 100 plus 100 is 200. And I'm going to add another 62. I might stop here, see if I need to do more. So 8 plus 2 is 10, carry 1. 40 plus 60 is 100, plus 10 is 110. Carry 100. 200 plus 100 is 300. 5 groups. There's a lot of other ways to do this. Like I said, don't think, I mean, all the answers should be the same, but there's multiple ways to get to this. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my original problem. So I did some skip counting. I need to get to 170 without going over. 3 groups is 186, so I only can do 2 groups. So 2 groups of 62 is 124. So we're going to subtract that and see what we have left. Okay, so I have to borrow a group of 10 from the 70, makes it 60. 10 take away 4 is 6. 60 take away 20 is 40. And 100 take away 100 is 0. Then we'll bring down our 8, because 6 can't go into 46. But 6 can go into 468. So now we'll add again. We'll keep adding. 62, which is our 6th group. 0 plus 2 is 2. 60 plus 10 is 70. 300 plus nothing is 300. So we're close. I think we could do one more. So this is 6 groups is that much. Next we have 7 groups. 2 plus 2 is 4. 70 plus 60 is 130. 130. 300 plus 100 is 400. Ooh, 7 gets us closer. And that means 60 take away 30 is 30. So we won't be able to do another group. So we'll do 7 groups. So the first one was 2 groups. The next one, sorry, my handwriting, it seems like it's kind of sloppy, but I think my pencil, I usually like mechanical pencils. Okay, 7 times 62 would get us to 434. 8 take away 4 is 4. 60 take away 30 is 30. 400 take away 400 is nothing. And now we'll bring down our last 8. Well, we do not have to skip count any further because the number just got less. So we need to go to the number that's closest to 348 without going over. So 5 groups is 310 and 6 groups is 372. 372 is too much. So we're going to go back to 5 groups. 5 times 62 would be 310. 348 minus 310. 8 take away 0 is 8. 40 take away 10 is 30. And 300 take away 300 is 9. So we have 38 left. We have a remainder of 38. 275. And you need to show your steps. Even if you want to use the answer key and look at their steps, I really hope that you're thinking about why this is the way it is. All right, and our last one. So again, this is 100. We are going to be pretty close. The only thing that we are going to recognize is we know that this is a little bit more than just 100. So how many times can 100 go into 20,000? Well, you might be able to think, okay, 100 can go into 20,000 by just multiplying that out and go into it 200 times. So we do know we're going to be kind of close there, but let's see. So one group of, so if I have 106, that's one group. And if I had a second group of 106, that would be 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry my group of 10. 10 plus nothing is 10. 100 plus 100 is 200. So we can't do 2. So 106 goes into 2 0 times. It goes into 20 0 times. But it goes into 200 one time. For 106. Which means this next number, when we subtract it, it's going to be fairly big. So we have to put a 1, a 9, and a 10. 10 take away 6 is 4. 9 take away nothing is 9. And 100 take away 100 is nothing. So we can put our 0 there. Now we're going to bring down our 3. Now, look at the difference. So 2 groups is 200. We know that this could be times 9 because 9 times 6 is 54. Ooh. 9 times 6, if 9 times 6 is 54, that would be too big. So 9 times 8, or sorry, 9 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. Eight times 6 is 48. Whoops, 8 goes on there. 4 goes, 8 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 40, or plus 40 is 40, and 8 times 100 is 800. So we had 848. And this shows us that would work because we're going to be not quite where we need to be. We're not going to be, we have less than 100 because we'll have to borrow. 13 take away 8 because we can't do 3 take away 8. We have to do 13 take away 8, which would be 5. And that means we have to turn this into a 13. 13 take away 4 is 9. And we had to borrow from that. 8 take away 8 is 0. 95. So that we ended up going into that 8 times. So 8 times 106 is 848. So we subtracted that. Now we're going to bring down our last 8. And we need to be able to get into it 58 times. Well, again, over here, we were pretty close. So if we multiplied by 9, 9 times 6 is 54, and 9 times 1 is 900. So we'd 954. And we'll just show our work. 9 times 6 is 54. You can do it this way, or you just put the 5 down here. Because 9 times 0 is 0. Bring down your 50. And 9 times 100 is 900. Minus 954. 8 take away 4 is 4. 5 take away 5 is 0. 9 take away 9 is 0. This one, don't forget, this I always forget this. Don't forget to put the 9 groups that we multiply by. 9 groups of 106 is 954. Okay, then we have a remainder of 4. All right,